to improve and make it fast.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So we're underway for the second half.
Turkey can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
DiMarco. Chouameni. Not the most accurate pass. Fermin. Mbappe. Eze. And here's Bellingham. That has been knocked clear. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Oh, that's nice. And he shoots! And that's a tidy finish. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Haaland being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Fernandes. Lovely feet. Chance, surely! Now that wasn't a bad hit by any means.
Well, that was the one I actually thought he was going to produce. It's a good effort keeping it down like that.
Substitution on the field, number 9.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 21, Mbappe. Number 15.
Turkey perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Number 20, Vinicius Junior.
Beraldo.
Number 11,
And it's Wirtz.
Number 22,
This is Dembele.
Wirtz. Number 13.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. McAllister providing an outlet on that flank. Vinicius Junior. Wirtz! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Vietnam have their second corner now.
Substitution in progress.
They've played it short. And here's McAllister. Turkey have the chance to go the other way. And it's Wirtz. And here's Wirtz. Aims beyond the defence. Big chance! And that's in! And they get themselves in front! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would...
Tries from a long way out. Robertson. Valverde. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Wirtz. Deflected behind for a corner kick. So, third corner of the game. Keeper has taken decisive action.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Vinicius Junior. Greenwood getting forward. Can he get it through? He's shifting through the gears here. And he gets rid in a hurry. And here's the chance to counter. Well, that looks a decent ball. And that could set him on his way. Oh, that was vital. Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the Late Show.
Well, they could break here. Saliba cuts it out.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Beraldo. Vietnam clearly now in lead preservation mode. That has not gone well.
Vietnam really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Vinicius Junior. That's the keeper's ball.
There will be 3
McAllister.
minutes added time.
It's a searching pass. Floated through. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vietnam do have a chance to counter here. He's gone away. Takes on his marker. And time is up. Turkey can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short against an opponent prepared to go toe-to-toe until the end.
I'm afraid to tell you that we're expecting traffic to be
How will
heavy
we look
after
back
the
on
final
that?
whistle
Well,
today.
Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Hello, everybody,
Gorgeous,
and welcome
gorgeous
to today's
evening. The
match.
skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So straight into the action. Well, 5 at the back, Jim. It does feel fairly defensively oriented, this formation.
Well, you could say it's a lineup that's all about creating positive transitions. The lack of width in midfield with just 3 in there makes the role of the fullbacks more crucial, or wing-backs. You have to have them constantly push up, forcing opposition players back and giving your team a...
Haaland! And it's a goal! And we have liftoff! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Beraldo. To McAllister. Tchouameni. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Hakimi. Tchouameni. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Now, can they get him away? Wirtz picks it up out wide.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Bellingham. This is a promising build-up. Threads one in. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Van Dijk goes direct. That's a lovely, delicate pass. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Wirtz. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Eze.
Turkey are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And the pass is intercepted. Tchouameni. And it's Koundé. Koundé is very much... Ah, he's given it away! Dimarco puts them all in. They've played it short. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. They played right into his path. And smartly reclaimed. Kimmich. Can he get it through? Now it's Haaland. He's having a pop! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Looking to play him in. Oh, played through for the wide man. Some resolute defending there. And he's there to belt it away. Vinicius Junior touches it back. Tries to pass it through. Wirtz. And the counter is on. And he was quick to react. Tchouameni. Bellingham.
Vietnam definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Eze proves too strong. Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Kimmich.
Turkey truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Thuram might just make this. Wirtz. Konate deals with that comfortably. Bellingham. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Tchouaméni. And it's Tchouaméni. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Beraldo. And he's quick to return it. And it's Hakimi. Cross from Hakimi. Cleared without hesitation.
This is the time you need that pace.
And that signals the end of the first period. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Please join
Turkey
me in
go
wishing
in at
all the best to
half-time
members
with
of our
a
fan
game to
club
chase.
celebrating their wedding anniversary.
Yeah, you don't
today.
get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And we get things going again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
He's rising against the crossbar. And he's heaved it away. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Oh, easy pickings there. Eze. And he's forced to go back. Now DiMarco. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Haaland. Now it's Haaland. Dembele. Oh, good spread. It's a...
And he shoots!
And it's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
And he plays one through. Bremer.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Well timed, excellent interception. Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Thuram looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Tchouaméni. Eze. Spread it left. Looking for options for movement. Has crossed into the middle. Van der Ven clears without hesitation. Wirtz. Beraldo. Wirtz. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
Vietnam have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Looking for the run. Viet, he is onto this. Now, who's going to be first to this? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
That's a shade optimistic. Konate gets across to intercept that. And it's Eze. Now this could be a chance. Now it's DiMarco. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Substitution on the field. Number 11.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 9, Erling Haaland. Number 22, Wirtz. Number 13, McAllister.
That looks a decent ball.
Number 8,
He's found space here.
Joshua Kimmich.
Valverde,
On the field,
well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, he's having a go!
Vinicius Junior.
Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Oh, he went for it there knowing full well that it could have all been wrapped up.
24,
Vietnam have their second corner now.
Substitution in progress.
Turkey have the chance to go the other way. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's being shifted off it. James. Oh, good take in a good area. Great chance! Mbappe trying to keep this in. Played out wide. He's shifting through the gears here. Here it is, crossed in. Valverde. Kvaratskhelia. James. And it's Lopez. Knocks it out wide. Not where it came from. Tries to cross. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Chance for a shot! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Vietnam really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Dembele.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And he's let fly. And that's that. Turkey perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment.
And a quick reminder
So, Jim, how do you
that
reflect
parking
on
in the
what we've
area
seen?
around the stadium
Turkey
is strictly
desperately
forbidden.
failing to
Please use
impose
parking
themselves on the
provided by
game.
club or any other paid
Decidedly
parking
flat,
facilities in the
disjointed
area.
in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.